Hey everyone, and welcome to this WordPress website tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the quickest, easiest, and most affordable way to create a WordPress website, much like the one that you're seeing right now. Now keep in mind, I am not a coder, I'm not a web programmer, so if I can do this, so can you or anyone else. I'm going to show you how to do this without needing any coding, without needing to know anything. We're going to keep this as simple, basic, and easy as possible, and by the time you're done watching this video, you're going to have your very own professional looking website. Now, what is WordPress and why would we want to use it? WordPress is a content management system, or CMS for short. But in simple layman terms, WordPress is a platform that makes it very, very easy for you to create a website without needing any coding, without needing to know anything, because WordPress has features which are called themes, which pretty much has a pre-built look to your whole website, and plugins which will let you add any kind of functionality you want to the website. So if you want to make a membership website, you can do that by installing a plugin. If you want to install a forum on your website, you can do that by loading a plugin. Now, WordPress is a relatively easy to use platform, and it's extremely powerful. You can create amazing websites using WordPress. And here are a few examples of notable websites that use WordPress. And many of these are probably websites that you've been to, such as the Wall Street Journal, Forbes, TED, Variety, and much, much more. So the first thing we need to get started with a website is two things. We need a domain and hosting. Now, a domain is just your address on the internet. So whatever you want your site to be, for example, mine is going to be called makingmywebsite.com. So makingmywebsite.com is my domain. And the hosting is where your site actually lives, where all the files for your site are going to exist. For example, when you save an image to your computer, you're saving that image to your hard drive. That's where that image exists. And hosting is exactly the same thing. It's a little part of the internet where your site exists. So when you put your images on your website, when you put your text on the website, that's all going to exist on a hosting account. And that's something that we pay for monthly or yearly, as we'll be taking a look in this video. Now, luckily, getting both a domain and a hosting account is very, very easy, and we're going to do it all in one page. You're going to fill out the domain you want, you're going to select your hosting plan, and you're going to have both in an instant. So let's take a look at how to get that right now. And what we're going to be using for a hosting account is a site called HostGator. Now, HostGator is an amazing hosting platform for WordPress. It's one that I've been using for over 10 years now. It's very affordable. It has amazing customer support 24/7, 365 days a year. You can get on a live chat, any problem you're having, any time of the day, any day. You just get on a live chat and they'll help you right away. So customer support is amazing. They're always up and running. They have almost no downtime. And it's just an amazing, amazing website to host your WordPress site on, and one that you're going to be very happy with. So let's take a look at how to set up our website using HostGator. And make sure you check the links in the description box, because I'm going to be leaving links for everything that we're going to be using in this tutorial. So just check the links in the description box to easily access everything that we're going to be using. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to hostgator.com. This is where we're going to register our domain and get our hosting so that we can get our website started. And I am adding a link to this in the description box for this video, so you guys can click on that and easily access this. And then once you click on that link, you're going to land on this page. We're going to click on Get Started Now. And then you'll see there's three options. There's the Hatchling plan, the Baby plan, and the Business plan. And for this tutorial, we're going to be doing the Hatchling plan, because the Hatchling plan has more than enough for what we need to do right now. And the only difference between the Hatchling plan and the Baby plan is that the Hatchling plan offers a single domain, so you can only create one website with the Hatchling plan. And with the Baby plan, you can do unlimited domains on the same hosting package. So you can create several websites with the same hosting account. But because this is our first website, we're just getting started, The hatchling plan is all we need, and if you do decide in the future that you want to add more websites to it, you can very easily upgrade from one plan to another, and it takes less than a minute. So let's do the hatchling plan for now. This is going to work great for our purposes. So you just click sign up now. So after we click on the hatchling plan, we're going to be taken to this page, and this is where we're actually going to register our domain and sign up for a hosting plan. So the first step is registering the domain, which is going to be the address of our website. So for my website, I'm going to call it makingmywebsite.com, and over here you have several different options. It doesn't have to be .com. You can do .online, .site, .net, anything you want, but I'm going to be doing .com. And then this is going to tell you whether that domain is available or not, because if someone's already registered and is already using that domain, obviously you won't be able to register as well. So if your first option isn't available, just keep trying different options, different variations until you find a domain that works. I'm doing makingmywebsite.com, and that domain is available. No one's taken that yet, so I'm going to be able to move forward with that. And then over here, you'll see that there's a domain privacy protection option, and this is selected by default. Now, what this does is this protects your personal information, because when you register a domain, someone can run a search on that domain and find your name and address and whatever information you use to register that domain. So if you don't want people finding all your personal information, you want to keep that protected, you can keep that checked. If you don't mind, you don't have to protect your information, you can uncheck that. Now, it is an extra fee to add this in. They charge you an extra monthly fee, so that's up to you whether you want it or not. I'm going to keep that unchecked for now because I don't want to pay that extra fee, but that's completely up to you whether you take that or not. And then we're going to keep scrolling down, and this is where we select our hosting plan. Now, there's different billing cycles you can choose from. You can do 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or you can do a year, 2 years, or 3 years. Now, the longer commitment you do, the cheaper it gets. Obviously, if you do 36 months, which is 3 years, that's going to be a lot cheaper than doing month to month, but that's completely up to you. In this case, I'm going to do 1 month because that's all I need right now. But if you know that your website's going to be up for a year or even longer, you do get a much better deal by going with the longer durations. And then you're going to fill this out. Just choose a username and choose a security pin. This is completely personal, whatever you want to use for that. And then you're going to fill out all of your billing info, and you can pay with credit card or PayPal. And then over here, they offer these additional services. I personally don't recommend these services. I think they're overpriced and they're unnecessary, so I'm not going to take this. They try to scare you with the protect your site from hackers. This is not really a big deal. I feel like the service they're offering is, personally, I don't feel it's worth the price. And then if we continue scrolling down, there's a section here that says enter a coupon code. Now, the really cool thing is I was able to get an exclusive deal for everyone that's watching this video. So if you enter the coupon code YouTube deal and then click on validate, you're going to get a really good deal on your website. It's going to give you a domain for $4.99 instead of $15.99, and then you're going to get 60% off whatever hosting plan that you choose. So right now I'm doing the domain registration and 1 month of hosting, and it's going to cost me $13.75, which is not bad at all. So then you're going to check the agree to terms of services, click on checkout now. And then after you do that, you'll be taken to this page. So I might stay on this page for a few minutes, but if it's been longer than 5 minutes and it hasn't moved on from this page, just click down here where it says click here if you aren't automatically redirected, and it'll redirect you. But it does take a few minutes, so I'm just going to wait until it moves on from this page to the next one. Okay, and then you're taken to this page. It says your order is completed. Welcome to the HostGator family. And then we're going to click on Explore Hosting Products to actually access our hosting account. And you'll also receive an email with your information to access this page in the future, your password, your login, the link, everything. And when you get to this page, we're going to click on the tab at the top that says Hosting. And then you'll see that there's multiple options over here. Don't worry, don't get intimidated by this. All we're going to do is we're going to click on WordPress one-click installation, and this is going to take care of everything for us. So click on WordPress one-click installation. And then it's going to ask you to select a domain for installation. Now you should only have one domain, so you're going to click here and there's just going to be one option. Here's my option right here, makingmywebsite.com. And then directory we're going to leave blank, because if you fill this out, what's going to happen is it's going to install the WordPress on yourdomain.com/something. So let's say I put /website my website is actually going to be makingmywebsite.com/website, not makingmywebsite.com. So make sure you leave that blank and then click next. So now it's going to ask you for a little bit of information like your blog title, which is basically just the name of your website. So I'll call mine How to Make a WordPress Website. And then admin user, you can just put your username. It can be your name or whatever you want it to be. This is going to be your login information. So mine will be Making My Website, and then first name and your last name. And then you're going to put your email, which is very important because if you forget your password for your WordPress website, this is what you're going to use to recover your login and password. So you put your email right here. And then you're going to check that you accept the terms of service agreement right here. And then click on install. And now this is going to install the WordPress for you. So we'll be ready to go once this is done. It's that easy. Okay, so installation complete. So we are ready to go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to save this information right here, the installation details, because this is your username and your password to access your website. So make sure that you save this right here. You can copy and paste it somewhere, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to copy this and then just paste it right here so that I have that. And they do also email this to you as well. So you'll get an email with your username and password and the login link and all of that. And now I'm going to click on login, but before I do, I'm going to copy the password right here because I'm going to need this to log in. Now we're going to click on login. So sometimes when you click that login button right away, you may end up on a page like this, which is basically a page that you see when you're trying to visit a website that doesn't exist. And that's because sometimes it takes a little bit for your site to actually exist in the vast world of the internet. It doesn't always happen instantaneously. Sometimes it does, sometimes it takes a little bit, and that's what happened with me. I clicked on it, my site just wasn't ready yet. So when that happens, just give it a few minutes, maybe take a quick break or grab some coffee, and by the time you come back, it should be good to go. So I took a quick break, I came back, and it should be ready to go now. So I'm going to show you how you can access your WordPress site every time you want to log into it. All you have to do is you go to your website. So mine is makingmywebsite.com, and then you're going to go /WP-admin. And you should have received an email from HostGator with all your login info, and it'll have this link in it. But this is how you access your WordPress site from now on. You just go to yoursite.com/WP-admin. So when I do that, I get this page right here. It's asking me for my username and password, which is what I copied and pasted earlier. So I'm just going to grab that, take my username, which is one that you created, and then I'm going to put the password in here, log in, and there we go. This is the back end of our WordPress site. And so it's asking me what kind of site can we help you set up, business or personal. We're just going to go I don't need help because I'm going to help you and show you how to do this. So let's click on that. Okay, so this is what the back end of WordPress looks like. And don't worry, don't be intimidated, don't get scared. I'm going to walk you through this and show you how this works. So if you want to see what our site looks like right now, just hover over the title of our website right here on the top left. Click on Visit Site, and it's going to take us to that site. So this is what the site looks like right now. It's just a standard blank kind of canvas that we're going to work on. Just has one post that says hello world. There's nothing on it. So let's go back to the dashboard, which we do by hovering over the top left again, the title of our website, and click on dashboard, and that's going to take us back to that page that we were on. And now I'm going to show you how you can actually start customizing and designing your website in the WordPress platform. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install what's called a theme. And the theme is basically the general look of your website. And there are several different themes out there. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, but there are literally probably hundreds of thousands of themes out there for you to choose from. And they're all tailored to different looks. So right now we're going to go on Appearance right here on the left. Then you click on Themes. This is where we install a theme. And so over here we can browse through all of the WordPress themes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on WordPress.org themes, because this is where we can find a lot of the free themes. Now there are premium themes, which are themes that you pay for, and usually they're very nice, they're very well designed, but we can find some good stuff for free as well. And I'm going to show you how to actually customize the pages so you can make any theme look great in a little bit. So let's just go here, go to WordPress.org themes, and then we click on popular, and we'll see the most popular themes that they have. And then you can basically browse through this and choose any theme that you want. So I think I will go with something like this. Let's try this theme right here. You can preview it if you click on preview right here, and you can see what it looks like. Okay, let's take a look at it. Actually, I didn't like that one that much. Let's take a look at another one. Let's see. Oh, this is looking pretty nice. Let's see this one right here. Total. Click on preview. Okay, now if I like this theme and I want to install it, I just have to click on install right here on the top left. Let's do that right now. It's going to install that theme. And then we click on activate. And now that theme is installed on my website. Now if I go to appearance and themes, I'll see right here that that is the active theme on my site. If I want to see what the site looks like now, I again just go right here to top left, visit site. So this is how our site is looking right now. Still very bland, not much going on. We haven't added any photos or any text or anything really. There's no content. So let's work on that right now. And the first thing that I want to do before we start adding content, this is the last thing before we really get started, is you'll see that there's two things here. There's posts and there's pages. And the difference between posts and pages is posts is like blog posts. So if you're starting a blog, for example, and you're just writing blogs and articles, then you're going to want to use the posts, and you're going to go add new posts, and you'll have all the posts with the date on them, and it's all really designed to look like a great blog. But in our case, we are actually doing a website, and so for a website, you want actual pages, which when you go to a website and you see the menus at the top, like home, about us, contact us, those are pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on posts, and I'm going to delete the post that's on there because it comes with the standard hello world. Just check that, hit trash, deletes it, it's gone. Now let's go to pages, and let's do the same thing there. It comes with a sample page. I don't want that, so let's click trash on that, delete that as well. And now the site is blank. There's no posts, no pages, and now we can get started from scratch, build our pages, build our website. And what we're going to do to get started with that is we're going to get a plugin called Elementor. See, the theme is actually recommending that we get that plugin. I was going to get it anyway, regardless of the theme recommending it, because what Elementor is, it's a drag and drop page builder. It's a free drag and drop page builder, which makes it very, very easy to create a very good looking website without knowing any coding or knowing anything. And like I said, that is a plugin, and this is really the beauty of WordPress, is that you can get these things called plugins, which are basically pre-coded elements that you can add to your website. Like for example, if you want to add an image slider at the top, you can get an image slider plugin. If you want to create a membership site where you have a part of your site that's locked down to paying members only, you can get a membership plugin. There are plugins for literally anything that you want to do with your website, and that's what's so great about WordPress, is that you don't have to know any coding because someone's already done the coding for you. Now, not all the plugins are free. A lot of the good plugins are premium plugins that you have to pay for, but I highly recommend that you be open to paying for certain plugins, such as membership plugins, for example, because the great thing about getting a paid plugin is that you also get support from the people that make the plugin. So if you have any issues when you're installing it or when you're running it, they will offer you support and they'll help you get it going. But right now, the plugin we're going to get is a plugin called Elementor, which is a page builder. So what you do is you go right here on Add New on the top left here, right next to plugins. And then we're going to search for that plugin. There's a search bar right here on the right. So I'm going to type in Elementor. And there it is right there, the Elementor Page Builder. It's been downloaded over 400,000 times. It's a great plugin. It's free. So we're going to click on Install Now. And then we click on Activate. And then it takes us to the plugin page where we can see all the plugins that we have installed. And so here is the Elementor right here. If you want to go to the settings, you just click right here and you can Check the settings on it. So post types, post pages, all that stuff. I'm just going to leave it as it is. We don't need to mess with this. And now let's create the pages and start actually creating our website. So let's say that for this website, I want a home page. So we'll just call it home. And I'm not going to add anything to the pages yet. I'm just going to create the pages and then we'll populate them. So home, I also want an About Us page. So I'm going to call this one About Us. And you're going to click on Publish right here on the right side, the blue button. I'm also going to create a Contact Us page. Okay, so now we've got our home page, our About Us page, and our Contact Us page. Now the next step is we want to set our home page as our actual default home page. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go to Settings right here on the left, and then Reading. And then we're going to change this right here. It says Your Home Page Displays. We're going to change it from Your Latest Posts, which is how you would want it if you're doing a blog, to a static page, so that every time you visit the page, it opens a home page by default. So we're going to click on static page, and then the home page we're going to select, and we're going to select home. That's going to be our home page. And then you're going to save changes. Okay, now that that's done, one last thing we're going to do before we start creating the pages is let's go down here to permalinks, which is 3 under reading on the left. And then what we're going to do, this is basically how the links on your website are structured. Right now it's on custom structure, so it's actually doing mywebsite.com/index.php/ whatever the page is, home or contact us or about us. I don't want it to do that. I want it to do makingmywebsite.com/ and then the actual page. So we're going to click on post name right there. So now, for example, the About Us page is going to be makingmywebsite.com/about us. Looks really good, looks really clean, and that's how we want it to look. So we're going to click on post name, save changes. Okay, and now we're pretty much ready to go. So if you visit our site now, see how it's looking. We're going to go here, visit site. Okay, so it's looking pretty cool. We got our menu right here, About Us, Contact Us, Home. We're pretty much ready to go, ready to create this site. So now we're ready to actually start working on these pages and adding some content. So let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go to Pages. And let's work on our home page. So we're going to click on Home, or you can click on Edit, either one. And now what we're going to do is we're going to click on Edit with Elementor. And that's going to open up the Elementor Page Builder, which is a drag and drop page builder that's really easy to use, and we don't need any coding whatsoever. So now you'll see right here on the left, we have what are called the elements. So I can add an image if I want right here, and you can upload any image you want, and you can customize it and play around with the settings here. And then I can go back to elements and I can add, let's say I want to add some text. Just put a text editor right here. Say something like, welcome to our website. I can center that text. And really the possibilities with this are endless. There are a lot of elements on here. You can add pretty much anything you can imagine. You can add videos, you can add buttons, you can add anything, and you can change the look of the buttons, change the look of everything. It's very easy. It's all drag and drop. Very, very simple. And if you don't want to build it from scratch, say you're not a web designer or you don't have a good idea of how you want it to look, they even give you the option of adding a template, which is a pre-designed page that you can load in and then customize. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to remove all of these elements that we added. Go back to the blank page like it was before. And then I'm going to add a template right here. Add template. And they have a bunch of templates that we can choose from here, and they look really, really nice. Now, not all of these are free. you'll see that the yellow ones, they say Go Pro, which basically means you have to get a pro account and you have to buy the plugin. But they also have some that are green that have the insert. These are free. These you can just use. So let's take a look at one of these and see if we like any of them. So let's say I like this one right here. I can click on the magnifying glass here, so take a closer look. So this is what it looks like. Let's say I like this and I want to use this. You just click on Insert. Okay, so it loaded in that template right here. And you'll notice that we still have this sidebar right here, so it's looking a little messy. We don't want that there, so let me show you how to get rid of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Save on the bottom left here, this green button. Okay, so now that page is saved. Now we're going to click on the X right here on the left, it says Exit, and go to Dashboard. And now you'll see that there's a thing called Sidebar Layout on the bottom here. And the one that's selected is this one where we have that sidebar. You see the gray right here. We don't want that. So we're going to select this layout right here. And then I'm going to click on Update right here on the right. That's going to update the page. And now let's preview the changes. Click over here, Preview Changes, so we can see what it's looking like now. And there we go. Now we have our clean page without that sidebar. And now we can start editing these elements. Click on Edit with Elementor there. And now I can change any of this. So I can change this to, this is my website. Let's make one for you. And then we can change all the text here. So if I want to change this to you know, whatever, my home page, I can change this image right here. Just click on the image, you'll see it here. Click on Delete, and then that image is gone. And now I can just add an image. I don't have an image to add right now, but you know, you get the idea. And you can customize this whole thing, and you can do this with all of the templates. So you can change all of the text on this very easily. Don't need any code. And you would do this for the home page, do this for your About Us page, or for whatever pages you have. Just create the page, edit it with the Elementor, either create it from scratch or add a template, and there you go. Now let's see how our website is looking now. So if I click on Visit Site on the top left here, I can see what I have. And now the last step that I want to do is I want to change this right here, how to make a WordPress website, just another WordPress website, because this is not just another WordPress website. This is our first site that we designed. So let's click on the dashboard once again. And we go to Settings, General, and this is where you would change that. I can put, for example, the site title. This is my first website, and then the tagline, I can put whatever I want. Isn't it awesome? And then we're going to go all the way to the bottom, click on Save Changes, and now if you go to Visit Site, there we go. See, we got our menu right there, our About Us page, our Contact Us page, have our home page, we have our template that we loaded in, we have our site title and tagline right there, all ready to go. Very quick, very easy. And like I said, there's a lot of themes that you can explore. There are a lot of different plugins you can explore. There's a whole world out there. But now that you know the basics, how to get your domain, how to get your hosting, how to install WordPress, and how to create the pages, how to customize all these things, it makes it a lot easier for you to now create your website and make it look however you want. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment, and I will do my best to respond to every single one of them. I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I'll look forward to seeing your first website created with WordPress. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much.